Good morning, students. The topic which we are going to see is about AC circuit containing a resistor, inductor, and a capacitor in series. Already we have seen with AC circuit containing only with the resistor and separately with the inductor and capacitor, is it not? And in this, we are going to see all this together. That is resistor, inductor, and capacitor. All these three are connected in series. Okay. For this, let us consider a circuit which is containing a resistor. Generally, a resistor is denoted by the letter R, then inductor, and it is having the inductance L, a capacitor, and it is having the capacitance C. Okay, all these are connected across a voltage source. Okay, so a resistor, inductor, and a capacitor C. R, L, and C are connected to a voltage source. And what is the general equation we consider is V. V is equal to Vm sin omega t. This is the equation which we are considering for the previous questions also. Is it not? So consider with this equation, and so this is how all these three are connected. So this is a resistor, and this is the inductor, and this is the capacitor. So there is voltage across R, that is given by VR, voltage across L, which is VL, and voltage across the capacitance, which is VC. And all these three are connected to a alternating input, that is given by V is equal to Vm into sin omega t. Okay, so this is the value of V which is being connected here. Okay, so when it is connected like this, we have to just note with the current and the resistance how they are. Okay, so when you see here, let I be the current. Okay, and as a result, the voltage developed across R, L, and C. How the voltage is developed? Because of this current. Okay, since there is a current, there is a voltage, and we know that voltage across R is in phase with I. இது நம்ம வந்து already resistor questionலயே நம்ம பார்த்திருக்கோம். Voltage and current are in phase அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. And same way, when you see with the inductance, voltage leads the current. Okay, and for the capacitance, the voltage lags the current by the angle of pi by 2. Is it not? So this is what the derivations we have seen already in the resistor, inductor, and capacitor questions itself. Okay, and so when you're drawing this as a diagram, how we have to draw this is generally take this x and y axis. Okay, now along this x and y axis, let us consider that this is VR, where VR is said to be the voltage across the resistance. Okay, so this is VR, and we know that VC lags behind the voltage. Okay, so since it is lagging, we are bringing it to the downward position. Okay, so this is VC. Okay, and we know that the voltage across the L is leading. Okay, and so we are writing it as V of L. Okay, so this side we have VR, and this side VC, and this side VL. Okay, so that is what is represented here: VR, VC, and VL. Clear? Now we have to mark with the angles in this. Okay, so when you see with the angle here, so this angle is denoted by omega t. Okay, and when you see this, these two are perpendicular. Okay, and same way here also, these two are perpendicular, and in between this we are considering one more value of V, where V is the summation of all this VR, VL, and VC. Okay, so V is the summation of VR, VL, and VC in this circuit. Okay, now we are going to write the equations for VR, VL, and VC. Okay, from Ohm's law we know that V is equal to I into R, is it not? So considering with V is equal to I into R, when you write for VR, VL, and VC, okay, VR can be written as I into R. Okay, and same way when you are writing for VL, we will be writing as I into X of L, and for VC it is I into X of C. Okay, so VR it is I into R, VL it is IXL, and VC it is I into XC. So VM, that is a total. Okay, when you write the equation, so VM square is equal to VR square plus VL minus VC the whole square. This is from the diagram we know this, okay, because this side is V, okay, and this side we have the value of VR, and here at the center we'll be having the value of VL minus VC, okay. So when you take this VL minus VC, this value is also equal to what? VL minus, because here no, and so this value is also equal to what? VL minus VC. So this is a hypotenuse because this becomes like this, and so here is a hypotenuse, okay, and so this side we have VL minus VC, and this side we have the term VR. So this is what we are drawing from the graph which we are drawing, okay. So on the graph la irundhu thaniya idu mattum oru triangle எடுத்துட்டோம் அப்படின்னா we'll be getting this as this, you write it as VM square. So hypotenuse square is equal to sum of other two sides square, okay. So it is VR square plus VL minus VC the whole square, okay. Now we know the value of VR, VL and VC. So VR is equal to what? I into R. VL is equal to what? I into XL, and VC is equal to what? I into XC. So substituting all these values in this, so we get IM into R the whole square plus IM into XL minus IM into XC the whole square, okay. Among this, what is common? IM square, because this is all can square it, okay. So if you square this square and this get cancelled, so if we are taking that IM outside, we get IM into square root of R square plus XL minus XC the whole square, okay. So IM into root of R square plus this term, okay. So this is the value of V, okay. Now we are going to bring this I down, okay. So I, if you are bringing down, we'll get the equation as V divided by I, okay. Now if you bring this, sorry, the next term we are bringing down, okay, so that we'll get it as VM divided by this root of fully, okay. Now this full term can be written as Z, okay, where Z is said to be the impedance. So IM is equal to VM divided by Z, okay. So what is the other thing for impedance? Impedance is more or less equal to the resistance, because I is equal to what? V by R, is it not? And same way here we have the term VM divided by Z, where R is said to be the Z, R is the resistance, and Z is said to be the impedance. So we can say that the impedance is more or less equal to the resistance. So from this we are getting the equation for impedance. Z is equal to root of R square plus XL minus XC the whole square. Okay, these two equations are very important. IM is equal to VM divided by Z, and Z is equal to root of R square plus XL minus XC the whole square. Clear? So this is a diagram which we are drawing this separately. Now, as I've told you, this is the angle, okay. Here we have VL minus VC, this side we have V, and here we have VR, okay. This V is going to be represented as Z, this VR we are writing as R, VL minus VC I'm writing as XL minus XC, okay. From this, if you are going to find the value of tan, okay, so what is the formula for tan theta? Which is equal to opposite divided by adjacent, okay. So what is the opposite side here? VL minus VC divided by adjacent side is what? VR, okay. So this can be written as VL minus VC divided by VR, okay. Instead of tan theta we'll be writing as phi, because angle here is phi, okay. The next is, instead of VR minus VL we can write as XL minus XC, then VR can be written as R, okay. So this gives your value of tan of phi. From this tan of phi we can also find the value of phi taking tan to the other side, okay. Now tan phi is equal to VL minus VC divided by VR. Instead of VL minus VC, XL minus XC divided by R. So phi is equal to tan inverse. Okay, so this gives your angle. Okay, and next we have few conditions. So what are those conditions? First condition is if XL is greater than XC, then we can say that XL minus XC is positive. Okay, so the phase angle phi is also positive. So how the value of phi is positive? Because phi is equal to tan inverse of what? XL minus XC divided by R is not XL minus XC divided by R. Here what is the condition is this XL minus XC is positive. If this is positive, then the phi value is also positive. Okay, and so we can say that the circuit, it has V is equal to Vm into sin omega t. Okay, so V is equal to Vm sin omega t. Then I is equal to Im into sin omega t minus phi, because always the current is lagging, is it not? And so we get I is equal to Im into sin omega t minus phi. So this is the condition when XL is greater than XC. Okay, next condition is if XL is less than XC. So we get XL minus XC is negative, then phi is also negative. If phi is negative, current will lead the voltage. Okay, so V is equal to Vm sin omega t, then I is equal to sin omega t minus phi. இதுக்கு முன்னாடி கண்டிஷன்ல என்ன பார்த்தோம்? I is equal to Im sin omega t minus phi. இதுல வந்து I is equal to Im sin omega t plus phi. Since phi is negative, phi negative ன்றதுனால இந்த வேல்யூ வந்து பாசிட்டிவ் வந்துரும். Clear? Last condition is if they are equal. If XL is equal to XC, then again phi is 0. So phi is 0 ன்றபோது current and voltage are in phase. So in phases, then the values are same. Okay, so V is equal to Vm sin omega t, I is equal to Im into sin omega t. Clear with this? So this is RLC in series, that is resistor, inductor and capacitor in series. Okay, so next is resonance in RLC circuit. So what is meant by resonance is when the frequency of the applied alternating source is equal to the natural frequency, then the current reaches its maximum value, and that circuit is called as a electrical resonance, and the frequency at this resonance is called as a resonant frequency. Clear? When the frequency of the alternating source is equal to the natural frequency. Okay, so what frequency if you are applying? Suppose if you are applying the frequency to any container, or just consider any box. Okay, so to that box, if you are applying an external force, that will have some external frequency. Okay, if that frequency is equal to the frequency of this box, in the box க்குன்னு ஒரு frequency இருக்கும் இல்லையா? So அந்த box ஓட frequency ரெண்டு match ஆகும்போது என்ன ஆகும்னா current in the circuit reaches a maximum value. Suppose this is connected to a current அப்படின்னா அது வந்து maximum value க்கு reach ஆகும். So that is said to be the resonance. Clear with this? Okay, so resonance na ஒன்றும் இல்லை, external frequency ஓட natural frequency match ஆச்சு அப்படின்னா then it will have the maximum current. Okay, that is the resonance. Okay, now the formula for the angular frequency, which is given by omega, which is equal to 1 divided by root of L into C. Okay, so using this in the equation, F is equal to another 1 by 2 pi omega. Okay, omega by 2 pi. Okay, and so this omega is what? 1 by root of LC divided by 2 pi, so that is written in the front. Okay, so 1 by 2 pi into root of LC at series resonance. So resonance value la enna agum appdi pathana omega is equal to same, take with that equation. Now squaring on both the sides. Okay, so that the square root gets cancelled. Okay, and this can be written as omega r into omega r nu eludalama, because if you multiply this you will get square. Okay, so omega r into omega r is equal to 1 by L into C. Okay, now bring this L here and omega I am bringing down. Okay, so omega r into L, which is equal to 1 divided by omega r into C. Okay, omega L என்றது என்ன value? That is equal to XL. Okay, which is equal to 1 by omega c into the value which is xc. Okay, so xl is equal to xc. Clear? So next is effects of series resonance. So what are the effects when you are considering the resonance? Okay, that too in the series circuit. When the series resonance occurs, the impedance of the circuit is minimum. சரியா? So impedance என்ன இருக்கு? Minimum இருக்கு, and that is equal to the resistance. So impedance is denoted by Z, and that is equal to what? Resistance அப்படின்னு சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. Okay, and as a result the current is maximum. Okay, so impedance வந்து minimum இருக்கறனால, because we know the formula I is equal to என்னது? V divided by Z. இல்லையா? இங்க என்ன கொடுத்திருக்காங்க? impedance வந்து minimum கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. So impedance minimum ஆயிடுச்சுனா current என்ன ஆயிடும்? Maximum ஆயிடும். Okay, so the current becomes maximum, and this is shown in the resonance curve drawn between the current and the frequency. Okay, clear? So this is the effect, and this effect if you are going to substitute in the equation, okay, we get Z is equal to root of r square plus xl minus xc the whole square. So நம்மளுக்கு என்ன condition? நம்மளுக்கு Z is equal to r அப்படின்றதா condition இல்லையா? So அப்போ Z is equal to r இந்த conditionல first இதுல இருந்து நம்ம என்ன பண்றோம்னா just substitute here the value of Z. Okay, so அப்போ Z which is equal to square root of Z square plus xl minus xc the whole square. Okay, இப்போ இதுல நம்ம வந்து square தனியா எடுப்போம். Okay, so we get root of Z square plus xl root of xl minus xc the whole square. Okay, so that term as it is, and இந்த சைடு நமக்கு என்ன இருக்கு? Z ன்னு இருக்கு. இந்த ஸ்கொயரும் இந்த ரூட்டும் கேன்சல் ஆயிடுச்சுனா we get Z also to be cancelled, so that we get this side we have the term 0. Okay, and this side also this square and this whole square gets cancelled, so we get xl minus xc. Okay, இப்போ இது இந்த சைடு எடுத்துட்டு வந்துட்டோம்னா we get xl is equal to xc. So finally we have arrived with the condition which is xl is equal to xc. Okay, so we have proved with this. Clear? So same way when you are writing this for the current to the formula என்னது? Vm divided by this term fully, is it not? And same way here also, instead of this term fully I am writing it as R, because what is the formula? Im is equal to என்னது? I is equal to என்னது? Vm divided by Z இல்லையா? நம்மளுக்கு Z க்கு பதிலா என்ன வேணும்? R. Okay, so I am writing this as I is equal to Vm divided by R. Okay, this is the effect of resonance. Clear? Thank you.